Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. We are going to be doing lesson 26 for Wit and Wisdom. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So what you will need, I posted a picture of the worksheets you will need for this lesson. Let me quickly go over them. So the first one is in your workbook. It says handout 26B sentence frames. If you don't have your workbook, that is fine. You can still go over this with me during the PowerPoint. And then the other one you will also need, it's inside your vocabulary packet, and it's called Sentence Frames Deep Dive Verb Tenses. And at the bottom, it'll say Module 4, Lesson 26. And you will need a pencil. Okay, well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and start reading off the questions for some of the questions for this module. Module 4, essential question, why do people admire Cinderella? Our focusing question, why do people admire Adelita and Pear Blossom? Content framing question, what is the central message of the Korean Cinderella? Okay, now, listen to me as I read the next reading passage with expression. Okay, so listen carefully. So, there's going to be three characters. The narrator, which is the person who says what's happening. Amoni, which is Pear Blossom's stepmother, and Pear Blossom. Okay, the main character. So, narrator. Pay close attention. Amoni found fault as soon as she stepped into the kitchen. Amoni. Too cold. The fire's gone out. Fetch wood, Pear Blossom. Be quick. Narrator. Pear Blossom gathered sticks and fed the stove until the lid on the kettle danced from steam. Amoni. Too hot. The noodles are scorching. Get water, Pear Blossom. Be quick. Narrator. Both Amoni and Peony were jealous of Pear Blossom, and the harder she worked, the happier they were. Each day, Pear Blossom was up before the sun. She cooked and cleaned until midnight, with only the crickets for company. Think back to the verbs we discussed in a previous lesson. Let's read Amoni's lines as if she is grumbling. Grumbling is kind of being like, hesitate, okay? So look at what's highlighted in yellow, and you and I are going to read together as if we're Amoni and we're grumbling, okay? Get ready. Too cold. The fire's gone out. Fetch wood, Pear Blossom. Be quick. All right. So we just read as if we were grumbling. Now think back to the verbs we discussed in a previous lesson, and we're going to read Amoni's lines as if she is scolding, like if she's giving a mean order, okay? So the other yellow highlighted line, let's read together. Get ready. Too hot. The noodles are scorching. Get water, Pear Blossom. Be quick. All right. So we practice grumbling and scolding. This reading exercise had you focusing on reading with expression. When you read with expression, it helps you understand how the characters are feeling. Continue to practice reading at home to be able to read at an even pace and with expression. Okay? So our content framing question for today. What is the central message of the Korean Cinderella? Today we will examine Pear Blossom's actions and determine what lesson you can learn from Pear Blossom's story. Before we look for the central message of the Korean Cinderella, we're going to look at the previous versions of Cinderella we have read so far. Okay? So since all the versions of Cinderella have many similarities, looking at the central messages, will help us to find the central message of the Korean Cinderella. So let's quickly go over the other central messages that we have learned. So we learned good people will be rewarded. We learned don't give up on your dream. And we learned love is better than hate. So those are 3 central messages we have learned so far, okay, from the other Cinderella stories we have read before. I want you to listen carefully as I read aloud the last paragraphs of 3 pages inside the Korean Cinderella. Okay, and I went ahead and wrote these paragraphs here. So listen to the first paragraph. This paragraph is found on page 19. And this is Peony talking. Peony and Amoni. Page 19. Piglings to blame, Peony bawled. Someday little pig will get what she deserves, Amoni threatened. Page 34. The magistrate has come to arrest you for stealing. Amoni shook Pear Blossom. Now you will get what you deserve. Page 35. Then she must deserve me as her husband, said the magistrate, for this lucky shoe has led me to her. So pay close attention to those 3 small paragraphs. What does the author repeat on these pages, boys and girls? What does he repeat on those 3 paragraphs? Do you notice anything? Were there any words that you heard repeated or used more than once? The author repeats the word deserve. Remember, deserve means to get or earn. So, on page 19 and page 34, Amoni and Peony think Pear Blossom deserves something mean, and on page 35, the magistrate thinks Pear Blossom deserves to be his wife, something nice. Can you think of a central message that relates to these key details about deserve, boys and girls? What would you like the central message to be for this story? If you have any ideas, you can say them now. If you don't, you can go ahead and wait so we can go ahead and review the central message. Okay, so people get what they deserve. That is the central message for this story. People get what they deserve. Can you say that central message with me? Get ready. Awesome. People get what they deserve. Now we will look at examples in the story to support the central message. We will use a pear blossom, an actual pear blossom flower, to organize our thinking, okay? So here is a pear blossom, and you can see the central message in the middle. People get what they deserve. The red letters are different details that support the central message. I will read them, okay? I'll read the first one. Pear Blossom worked hard doing her chores. The frog helped Pear Blossom. Sparrows helped Pear Blossom. Sparrows pecked at Peony. An ox helped Pear Blossom. Pear Blossom marries the magistrate. Right? So we will go into our deep dive. Review verb tenses. What do we add to a root word to show a present tense verb? What do we add at the end of a word to make it seem like it's happening now? Get ready? Yes, ing. What do we add to a root word to show a past tense verb? What do we add at the end of a word to show that it happened, that it already happened? Get ready? Yes, ed. Okay, so let's go over some definitions. Okay, scorching. Scorching means hot or burning. Exclaimed. It's when you say something and you yell or you shout it. Swaying. When you're swinging, rocking, or moving. Perched. Landed, rested, or sat. Gathered means collected or fetched. Okay, and I added some little examples, some little picture examples that you might be able to see on your screen. So now you're going to grab your handout 26B, and like I said, only if you have it in your workbook, okay? Inside your light blue Wit and Wisdom workbook, and we will complete this pitch together. If you don't have it, please follow along with me. So, the first question is on there, the first bullet. The sun is, and you can just circle the answer, okay? And if you don't have it, say it out loud. The sun is blank today. It's almost 100 degrees outside. What fits better, scorched or scorching? Get ready? Yes, scorching. Second one. I won, the boy blank, after hitting the final shot of the game. What fits better, exclaimed or exclaiming? Get ready? Yes, exclaimed. I won, the boy exclaimed after hitting the final shot of the game. The third one. The bird blank on the fence post yesterday. What fits better, perched or perching? Get ready? Yes, perched. The bird perched on the fence post yesterday. The next one. The swing blank in the wind. What fits better, swaying or swayed? Get ready? Yes, swayed. The swing swayed in the wind. The last one. The squirrel is blank nuts for winter. Which fits better, storing or stored? Get ready? Yes, storing. The squirrel is storing nuts for winter. Okay, and today's content framing question was, what is the central message of the Korean Cinderella? We said it was, people get what they deserve. Right? So we found that central message today. And your exit ticket is actually inside your vocabulary packet. The other paper I said you would need, this one, which is on the screen, okay? It says, circle the correct verb to complete the sentence. It's pretty easy. When you are done, upload your exit ticket on the assignment tab under Tuesday, April 21st, 2020, Wit and Wisdom exit ticket. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, an amazing Tuesday. Thank you. Bye, boys and girls.